volume down.
We are live, Terry.
We are live. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the Rugby League Outlaws channel. Thank you for joining in and watching us live now. Wherever you are, please make sure you hit that subscribe button to help us get in front of you and your friends' televisions. We really appreciate it. I am Terry, and I am joined by Dan. We are the Fins Up Podcast, Rugby League Outlaws. We are everywhere on your social media that you can think of. And tonight we're doing something different. We didn't go to the game tonight. We're going to do a watch-along, see how it goes. It's cold, as you can tell. I'm rugged up. I don't have the heating on here. Dan's just bollocked me for not having a TV on at the moment. But, look, it is what it is. Dan's just left now anyway, so it doesn't really matter what he has to say. For those of you who are new around here, I hope you stick around and enjoy our content where you can. For those of you who are regular watchers of us, we hope that you hit that subscribe button and continue to enjoy the content that we pump out. Tonight, the Cronulla Sharks are taking on the St. George Illawarra Dragons in what I can describe, Dan, as not only the latest derby, first derby that I think I can remember in my time supporting the Sharks, but this is also the lamest derby of form coming into it. What are your thoughts on this?
That's a very good point, actually. Usually we get them real early.
Yeah, and we normally play them once in the first 5 rounds, if not the first 10 rounds.
Yeah, they're middle and late. So I'm just setting up. Anyone who jumps on, we've got to go on 9 now because of some tech issues. So we might be about 10 seconds behind everyone, but that's okay. By the time this streams, you guys will be able to catch up, etc., etc. Yeah, mate, there's not a whole lot of excitement about this one, to be honest. I've been talking to a lot of Dragons fans all day. And I went on our Mad Dragons, our Good Mates podcast the other night, and they're sure Cronulla will get us tonight. But as many people, Cronulla fans, are saying, yeah, the Dragons are going to get us. So it tends to be whoever plays less shit will get the win tonight. And I hope that it's us, but if it's not, it's going to make for some good content, as the kids say.
Mate, it is going to make for some fiery content. Now, let's just quickly go on to the team list right now. We can't bring them up on screen, unfortunately, but the St. George Illawarra Dragons, Clint Gutherson is the fullback, Nathan Lawson, Tyrell Sloan on the wings. Moses Suli and Nick Soriganis is on debut in the centres, liking King Tongia, Kyle Flanagan in the halves, Emre Gula, Damien Cook, David Clemmer, the front row, Luciano Leah, Toby Couchman, and Jack DeBellin. In the back row and on the bench, Jacob Liddell, Hamish Stewart, Loco Pacifica Tonga, and Hame Sele. The Sharks are almost the same as last week, except Toby Rudolph comes in, Mawini Hiroti goes to centre, Ronaldo Militalo back on the wing. Dan, how are you feeling about this one?
I'm feeling good. Cautiously. The big in, obviously, is Toby Rudolph for Dan Atkinson. It seems to be pretty split, about 50-50. Everyone does agree Atkinson had to make way. A lot of people happy Toby's back. A lot of people, myself included, quite disappointed that Hoheipuru can't seem to get a game. The talk was that Atkinson was actually injured, but he's been named 18th man. So I think he's ready to go if called upon. Look, confident. The Sharks should win this game, let's be honest. But I'm talking to some people down there at the show, which is why I'll be on my phone for half the night. It's not a big crowd there. It's very cold, and people aren't as excited as they usually are for Derby. Surely we get the chocolates tonight, mate. Sure.
But surely we do. Now, I'm not surprised there's not a lot of people there because the last time we were at Shark Park was last Saturday night and we got flogged. And if there is one thing that Cronulla fans have, it is long memories of, annihilations happening at Shark Park. Look, I just read the St. George team out here, and I don't rate it. I don't really rate it at all, but, it is what it is. In saying that, this team this year, a lot of people were picking them from the for the wooden spoon, and they just play with effort. They play with effort, and that's where it is. Now, we've got our first comment of the night. Damien Leori says, evening, gents. Evening, Damo. How are you, mate? Look, I think we get the chocolates as Moses Suli is leading the Dragons out tonight. I think it's a milestone game for him, if I'm not sure.
It's definitely not in the leadership. We're not exactly sure how this is going to go. I'm going to let Terry start and call it, and then we'll see how this goes because he's pretty darn good at this.
Yeah, look, we'll commentate as we go along, but we'll just talk about things that we're seeing. Obviously, we can't have sound on, so we don't know of any of the challenges or any of the penalties or anything like that. My father-in-law has just messaged me and said, "Good luck, mate." Now he's a filthy dragon. Gatsy has turned around and said, "Thoughts on Rudolph coming back tonight?" It had to happen. We needed Toby back. Britt Nicker is leading the Sharks out tonight in game 150. Fitzy just said they're mentally prepared for it. Yeah, cool. We all know what Craig Fitzgibbon says in the press conferences as well, and he was happy last week after a 40-10 loss. Yeah, look, we'll just call it as we see it tonight. Michael S., let's go to the meltdowns. He looks like a dragon, so block him.
No, that's Solzy, a good mate of the show, who actually gave us a shout out on his Amazing Raiders podcast, mate. If you can, Solzy, if you can put something up, a link or something, I'll put it in the chat. I'm not very good at this tech thing, but thanks for joining me.
Yeah, absolutely, Solzy. I didn't realize you were a Raider. You've got Jamal Fogarty on your team, so obviously you're a good man. Looking for a big game tonight from Nicho Hynes for a bounce back, but the Dragons' best player, Grant Atkins, will have a big say on this as well because he absolutely hates Cronulla. So let's get it underway. Cronulla are kicking off.
It's not a good crowd tonight.
No, it's not a good crowd at all. And first hit up for David Clemmer, and he runs straight into Oregon Kaufusi. Let's go. Ricky Kennedy needs a big game. Absolutely, Kennedy does need a big game. He needs to bounce back as Moses Sully now brings us up over the 20-meter line. Sam's here. Wallen Jaw Sports. Let's have a go. What I will say is if you're watching TV and we seem to be a bit behind you, we can't help that. We are watching on apps at the moment, so we can stream this to you. But look, good opening set here from the Sharks in terms of defence as they go to Kyle Flanagan for a kick. And what did you make of that first defensive set, Dan?
It was good. Got to the 40, pretty much exactly what you want to see. Will Kennedy takes it on the chest and looks to get us back to the 20. Look, they seemed up in defence. I noticed Oregon, Kaufusi made a tackle, which is always nice to see early. As Trindle sets it left. Good to see Ramian put his hand up early. He needs to be busy tonight. He was pretty dire last week. As they go to Flanagan, boo, Flanagan.
One thing that we are going to need from Jesse Ramian is a lot of yardage tonight because we're really going to miss that from Kale Iro. Not having him for the next 12 weeks really, really stings. As Cronulla now, through Adam Fanua-Blake, we are into Dragons territory. We go to Nicho Hynes. He gets caught on the fifth tackle. Nice early run, but not sure it was needed for here. But Trindle's going to go to the air, and Ronaldo looks like he's going to be the target again for us. That's a good deep kick, and Gutherson is caught.
Good shot. Good place to turn it over. 10 out right in front. The king.
Good opening set for Cronulla. Lots of yardage
from here. It's a good take by Gutho. Good shot by Nickera. Perfectly timed too. I would be shocked if we don't give away a penalty, but I'm just trying to be negative. So every time they go well.
Penalty or a 6 again here, but the Dragons, the Dragons now. This is fifth tackle for them. They've made 32 meters. So yell out the time occasionally so we can try and sync up. We are at 37:42, and the clock's ticking backwards as Will Kennedy takes this now, and he'll take up over the 20, and he goes to Hiroti, gets nearly the 30. Doesn't pass to Hiroti, so Hiroti should take this hit up now. And, look, good start from Cronulla in terms of defence. We've kept them inside their own half on both sets. Ronaldo gets an offload here to Brayley, and Brayley goes to Hynes, and Hynes turns the ball back inside to Jesse Ramian. It's a lot of sideways football from Cronulla at the moment. We just need to be taking it up the guts. But, look, we've got the yardage advantage at the moment. Brayley goes from dummy half. Should get a 6 again. Probably won't because Grant Atkins is a pig. Oh, pressure on the neck? No.
Hey, come on, sir.
You got to stir him here. Fanua-Blake goes for a charge, and here we go. We're going to go to the right here to Nicho. Nicho's going to put the bomb up, and Chasers looked onside.
Hit him.
That's a good take there. Is that Gutho again? It was.
Yeah, King 2 from 2. I don't know. I'm okay with turning the ball out, 10 out. It's pretty cold out there. There's a little bit of a wind. It's not an easy take. And Gutho is to one of the high ball. So I like the game plan so far. Defensively, they look good as Fanua-Blake and Kafusi combined for a good shot. I don't know. It's right the arm wrestle what you want to need, which is fine as long as you don't give away penalties. As soon as you give away that penalty, the game changes.
And look, this is fifth tackle again from the Dragons, and they haven't seen the ball inside our half, which is nice. Both those chases were offside, but it's not going to matter. We'll can take this comfortably. And that's now 3 from 3 defusals from Will, and all 3 times he's been able to take the ball back over the 20-metre line. So that's a good start there from Cronulla in terms of defence and getting on the front foot as well, as Ronaldo takes a hit up at Kyle Flanagan. And this is Kyle Flanagan's house, everybody. This is his house.
At 40 points.
And there's a penalty. First penalty of the game to Cronulla.
There you go. We did it. We did it, boys. All right. It's been a fun night. Out we go.
Reverse negativity works.
It's like getting Angel Reese to miss the first shot. Cronulla getting the penalty. What a night.
Those guys who bet on Angel Reese to miss their shot, they needed it 6 games in a row and they got it. That's incredible.
Yeah, I don't know. And Cronulla got the ball in their half. First time we've seen a real, truly attacking set. Mike says they're about 5 seconds ahead. So just all good take from Trindle there. So I'm at 35-6 and ticking down. So if you can get around there, people, great stuff. Keep the comments going. We'll keep putting them up as we can. As Nicola gets the ball inside their 30, I believe, inside the 40. Close.
Brayley's lively out of dummy half. This is a good sign when Brayley goes for early runs. As Jack DeBellin attacks Ramian. I was going to make a crude comment there, but I didn't. Did he get a 6 again there? No, he doesn't.
There is a swearing warning in because we are reacting live. So as Fanua Blake hits it up on the 5th, they go.
Go on, Ronaldo. Oof.
That's a knock on from. I know, great take from Slow Night. Just assumed he'd knock it on. No, it's Flanagan actually. Wow. So there we go. Flanagan just won an aerial battle against our superstar jumpy winger. That's positive.
That's third tackle for the Dragons there at the 10-metre line. And, that's Jack DeBella, and that's 4th tackle here. So this has been a good start from Cronulla. This has been a good start both in attack and defence. We had a trick shot play at them there. Fanua Blake went to the line for a kick to Brayley. That's a shocking pass as well. Suli kicked the skin off that.
It's a good kick considering where they were at. That's a great kick. Katoa picks it up on the 10. He'll get back to about the 30 here, and Cronulla should see some good position. Goes wall past the 30, actually. Great run, Sione. We are a little bit worried about him coming back in. Obviously, Stone Street's injured, but so far so good tonight as Ramian run past the 40. I don't know. There's a definite arm wrestle here, which is the kind of game Cronulla want to do on a cold Thursday night at home.
Here we go. Oh, Ronaldo could have put Hiroti away.
It's all right. Ronaldo said, well tackled.
And T gets in at dummy half. Finally, we had a dummy half in there. Absolute piss set and then an 80-metre kick. Yeah, that was a great kick from Moses Suli. Yeah, Luke, you can piss off as well.
Grass in a bit of space. Turns it inside.
Nice. Yeah, this is fifth tackle. So Cronulla are getting all the yardage here. As the bomb's going to go out again. It's not to Ronaldo this time, although comes in off his wing. Kennedy out to Hiroti. Hiroti scores first. I think they're going to take this off us.
That's right. We'll see. It's gone up as a Hiroti doesn't look. No,
I think they'll take this off us. Though. It looked like Ronaldo just ran and crashed into the player trying to take that.
We'll call it as though it's a try because Grant Atkins never gets one wrong. Great kick from Nico Hines. Ronaldo may or may not be onside.
Yeah.
Leaps.
Ronaldo's onside, but he just legitimately takes that player out.
Can you argue, though, devil's advocate, that he was just standing there and he didn't want to attack because the ball fell behind where I think it was Kyle Flanagan went over. They're zooming in. He's taking it out.
I don't like that at all now.
I'd be spewing if that happened to Cronulla.
Now, Grant Atkins has got the best shot at this. He had the best view of this, and he's given it a try.
He's a metre away. It's already goes over. Great pass from Kennedy.
He's had the best view. Now I'm used to seeing Fox where they say try confirmed. Atkinson, they're going to take it off him. They had to take that off him.
There you go. That's fair enough. I agree with that.
Yeah, they're both looking at the ball. They're both looking at the ball, but Ronaldo takes him.
He does.
No,
That's pretty clear.
Hiroti didn't hobble to the try line. That was just him trying to get out of first gear.
That's him at full speed. As Luke, who is a very good friend of the show for anyone who doesn't know. One look and they disallowed. That's terrible from Atkins. But, hey, look, good kick from Nico. Ronaldo, he was there a little bit early, unfortunately, and as the Dragons kick out of their own end, this will be the best set they have attacking-wise since the start of the game, which is a good sign. If you're going to give away a penalty, it's contesting a ball with a try being scored. So far, so good for Cronulla as they defend well there. But a bit of a shame.
Yeah, I think that that kick from Nico wasn't high enough. It was the right play, but it wasn't high enough. Getting Ronaldo in on Kyle Flanagan is obviously the contest they want to make it. But yeah, there wasn't enough time for Ronaldo to get there for that jump. So look, hopefully we learn from it. We've got to keep going to Ronaldo all night. You've just got to keep kicking to him. Like if we put one ball up for Katoa, we've done it wrong. Nico rushes out of the line and stops a clemmer pass or offload there. So the Dragons, they're into our territory for the first time. Like a King Tongia puts the ball up and he's gone straight away to Sione Katoa, who takes the ball. And now it's on Cronulla to get off their line here.
Here we go. It's the first time we've really brought out
they've given away a penalty to the Dragons.
Perfect. They love that. Go Grant Atkins. Sione Katoa fought for extra space here, so I'm going to say he won the penalty rather than as we're looking in the replay now.
I was going to be obviously critical of Luciano Leilua because he got involved in a tackle that he probably didn't need to. But Kyle Flanagan, the penalty was against him for not letting go of the legs. So yeah, here we go as Jesse Ramian takes the hit up and gets some good post contact meters. Cronulla will again get into the Dragons territory. Wouldn't mind seeing the ball being spread from time to time as Oregon Kafusi has a hit up. Think Trindle needs to run through for a try. I think you need to stop talking, Luke.
Hey, he's right, though.
Yeah, whatever. Just
don't be bagging my mate for his rare pro Sharks tweets.
Six again. And Brayley's away. Inside to Trindle. And Trindle. Luke was right. Trindle scores.
I think, okay, Luke, you have to tell me now, either we're so far behind you knew that was coming or you're a clairvoyant.
Yeah.
Let us know. That was brilliant from Blake Brayley. Let's not Luke ruining it for everyone. Blow that. Brilliant. Brayley took off and put Trindle over. Who is the slowest halfback in the world?
Lucky he's a 5'8".
Well, whatever he is, he's really, really slow.
Yeah, okay, so Roy Howe says we're 30 seconds or more behind. I'll take that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm willing to give that to Luke, but if no more of that nonsense. If you knew,
yeah. No, he's probably got like 2 minutes on. Yeah, probably. But yeah, look, there's spoilers and then there's spoilers.
Okay, here we go. We're 30 seconds behind on KO. So everyone switch to KO if you can, please.
Or everyone just turn your TVs off and watch Dan and I's reaction, would you?
That's it. That's here we go. I love this. Ooh. Jai Camilleri, who had an absolute ripper game for Flegg.
Hey, how you doing, Haley?
Went beast mode as Nico lines up the kick and slots in at 6-0 Cronulla over the Dragons. Yeah, Brayley saw that and thought, I got to put a stop to this. Luke says he's on KO.
For anyone in the chat who isn't aware either, welcome to Haley. She's our favourite Storm / Sharks fan that you will find out there, probably because she's one of one, and that's okay. We're cool with that because she's ours and we claim her. Michael S. says he's just going to start calling shit. Well, you can start by calling Dan. That'll be great.
I don't know why I log in here, Terry. Hey, good stuff from Cronulla. We've seen run.
We've had the yardage advantage, we've had the territory advantage, and we had to capitalise on that.
So Solzy's about 3 seconds ahead of us, so don't listen to him. If they score here, I will legitimately.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. A spoiler like that again's getting blocked. Yeah. I'm on 9 now, and I think we're pretty synced. Good. So yeah, we're on 9 now as well, Damo. So thank you. Brayley's run for more meters already than he did last week. That's because he's a downhill skier. I keep trying to tell everyone this, but he's been really good. He's been really good. I'm liking what I'm seeing from Blake Brayley tonight.
Good stat.
What's that?
Good stat, Stuart. I went out unable to listen to the commentary because ours is obviously better as Nicola takes a hit up. So anything you guys hear, please let us know. Fox 9, Go Now, Foxtel, whatever. KO, the whole lot. Fanua Blake, good run back to the 40 as they'll kick here.
Yeah, and the most important thing from Cronulla is sets after points, and we've got through that. So wasn't the deepest kick from Nico as he kicks down to Nathan Lawson. This kid's been pretty impressive in his couple of games, Dan.
Yeah, he's been real good. Another rugby convert. That's 2 with Nato. Yep. What's his name coming across? Yep. It's good to see.
Well, don't forget we also had Lockie Miller who played for us and played okay. Went to Newcastle, was all right for them. Newcastle traded him over to Leeds, and he's doing pretty well in the Super League as well. So, look, for all those people at Rugby Union who actually want to play a real game, make sure you come over and play Rugby League.
Yeah, come on over. We've seen plenty of the girls do it in the NRLW and Penatani, Tonagato, whatever her surname is now, with the greatest respects.
Right. Oh, no, that's Penatani. She's great now.
Yeah, I think it's it doesn't matter. I blocked it out because it'll always be Penatani and she'll always be single up here.
Yeah. Go on, Ronaldo. Ronaldo gets through a Tyrell Sloan tackle.
Whoop, makes 2. Going. Loses his pants for the ladies and some gentlemen in the crowd. Good football.
Could have been there as well, but that's all right. Hiroti now. We're up over the 40. And so, look, that's going to be demoralising for the Dragons because that was a good set from them. And that was a good kick from them as well. And then Ronaldo just ran through them like a hot knife in butter. So we got Hamanueli warming up on the sideline. I thought he was pretty good last week, old Hammers, but Dan didn't like him at all. Hines is running the ball tonight as well, which is good. And Fanua Blake tips it on. Oh, there's no one there for Kafusi, and he throws a...
Oh, it's okay. It's a bad offload, but the idea was right.
This is the thing with Kafusi. Like, no one was backing him up, and then he throws a pass to no one. But here we are. 5th tackle. We're going to go back here. Bombs up. Ronaldo doesn't contest it. And we pin the Dragons down. Now, it's important not to give a penalty away here. Got to get back on side. As Dan's furiously typing away here. And that's tackle 2, and the Dragons are at the 5-metre line. That was a really slow play of the ball. Green Atkins will be looking at that in this next tackle. You can guarantee that. Is that Hilux pointed on the field or projected? I don't know.
Oh, let's have a look.
Yeah, and there's a penalty. We said it.
There it is.
He was waiting for it. They were too slow, that whole set there. Oh, it's Kim McInnes flop as well.
Not good. But that's typical Cronulla, though. You're getting on top. You pin him down inside the 10 and give away a stupid penalty. Not
3rd tackle on the 10. But look, if ever there was a place that gives away an okay penalty, it's on the 10-metre line. Until you say it was the 3rd tackle. But anyway, it's on Cronulla to bounce back for a strong set here. Hiroti makes a nice front-on contact. Kafusi's been busy early, Dan. He's probably heard some knocks on him. He's been quite busy. What makes you more angry, Craig Fitzgibbon or Chris Minns?
Minnsy, mate. Although Fitzgibbon, if what we're hearing is true, he'll be right up there. More on that later. We're just holding our breath here because we usually concede after a penalty, and as Damien Cook does an absolute loop-de-loop, I believe the kids call it.
Offloads. They kill Cronulla every single week, and Damien Cook scores.
Yeah, that's pretty crap from Cronulla, to be totally honest. That's the weakness we talk about.
Fucking offloads every single week.
Penalty, there it is. Had him pinned down. Game was all Cronulla. You give away a stupid penalty being lazy. You go down, offload, and then a 60-year-old bloke goes and scores. Super frustrating.
But no one took the ball.
Kafusi getting caught up. Kennedy misses. Trindle runs round.
Kafusi was in the tackle. Like, who went for the ball here?
That's pretty terrible. We're going to bring our mate Solzy in for a second. Solzy, did you just see that disgusting try from the Dragons?
Oh, I was trying to actually work out this thing going on. So I'm trying to get back in sync with you. So
it was crap, is what I'm saying. Cronulla give away a penalty and offload, and Damien Cook at 45 used to be a beach sprinter. I've heard runs through and scores, beats about 5 or 6 of our blokes, and it'll be 6-all in a minute.
Yeah, mate, you can't be losing to these guys. Like, I don't know what's going on with the Sharkies this year, mate. There's such a good lineup, but here we go. I'm just watching the replay now. What do we got? Jeez, this is some bullshit. Someone just tackled the bloke. Oh,
Yeah.
that's like this. Are you guys seeing this aerial view?
Yeah, that's a nice shot. Is
You know what it looks like? It reminds me of. Did you guys ever play ET's rugby league back in the day?
Yeah,
We did.
yeah.
It's got that exact kind of look to it. That was cool though to see the field like that.
Is there a drone down there, Terry?
I'm at home in my office, mate.
Yeah, but you've been there this year. I haven't.
There was a drone on Saturday night.
Gotcha. Well, that was the non-smart ass answer for those watching at home. I didn't see a punch.
Well, he's not in the bin.
Yeah, it doesn't mean Atkins also gave that try before too. As we go, I'm going to throw this one to you, Terry.
Yeah. Yeah, we talk about there's been no turnover in the squad since Craig Fitzgibbon got here. And you can even go back to 2019 and there's still or 2020 when Jesse Ramian came back, there's still the vast majority of that squad week in, week out. So yeah, look, there needs to be a freshening up, whether it's blooding juniors or whether it's hitting the market, but we've got no money for anything at the moment. So let's see how we go. Cronulla need to get themselves back on top here because that try was, Cronulla were all over him. Third tackle, 10-metre line, one offload. The first offload of the game from the Dragons, and it's been costly for us. So we've got to bounce back into this game now.
Yeah, it's the same shit every week. I don't know how it looks as an outsider, Solzy, but Cronulla just looks soft.
Mate, I couldn't agree more. And it's something that I wouldn't have expected from this side. But I heard a bit of talk that there might be a bit of complacency in the top grade because no one ever gets dropped. Like, it's one of those things that there's just no real punishment because he's just sticks up. Like, you'd think at some point Fitzy's got to stick a rocket up someone and maybe try, because it's not like the Jets are going bad. They're playing some good footy at times, and like surely there's a few players in that side that need a run. Especially if this side should be premiership contenders, and they're like, what are they? 2 wins out of the top 4 now, and 3 wins off the top 3. And you guys, this was meant to be the Sharks' big year.
Mate, look, I'll say this. You're right on what you say in everything you say there, Solzy. So I don't know. There is no punishment. We've lost our last 2 games by a combined total of 56 points, and the only change that's happened is 2 people have got injured. Oh, yeah.
Oh! I don't know how to describe that.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's.
Here he goes Sloan. He's got some speed.
So those that didn't see, the ball bounced and Trindle's like half bicycle kicked it, Scorpion kicked it. It didn't go anywhere, but it looked really good.
Yeah, I'm a little bit behind you guys now. I have to catch up a bit.
Yeah, most teams, if they, most coaches, if they were to lose 2 games by a combined total of 56 points, some droppings would happen as the Dragons, they're well on top of Cronulla at the moment now. This is 4th tackle. They're in the Sharks' territory, and they'll be looking to spread the ball here. And, lucky for us, it goes to Clemmer, and he just wants to have a hit up. But we're around the ball this time. But, the Dragons, they've turned this game around. One penalty, and it's turning around. Now, Ronaldo.
Well up.
Mm.
You're right, Andrew. Kaufusi should play for the Jets. I can't believe he held on to his spot. They're look, without going too deep into it, I was I wasn't shocked that Toby Rudolph was picked tonight. I was more angered by it. It just says to me that Fitzgibbon has no belief in these kids. So either they're not as good as we see, or he just doesn't watch New South Wales Cup because Hepa should have walked into a spot 6 weeks ago, let alone tonight. And Toby could have used a week in Newtown.
Mate, he was the one I was literally about to bring up because he's come over from the Raiders because he couldn't get a crack at the Raiders. Mm-hmm. And look, to be fair, I think it's probably because he doesn't suit the Raiders' style of game. Like, he's a bit small for the Raiders, like running with a big 13, like a third prop, and whereas he's a bit like silkier with the ball. But oof,
Hey,
yeah, no,
that was a penalty last week.
yeah.
No, who was it last week? Hold the fuck on. No,
Ziggy was the referee.
Graham Annesley says that's a penalty.
Yeah.
Here we go.
That was a penalty last week, and they backed Ziggy for that decision, but it's not a penalty this week, isn't it? It's funny, as I said it last week. I said it, the Dragons are refereed differently, and that is a classic example right there of Trindle kicking the ball at the same time as Blaze Talangi did. There's another offload there. Britt Nicker is aware to it. That's, if we're going on consistency, that should have been a penalty.
Exactly
But
right.
Cronulla can't challenge that because it's going to be a different ruling every week because, as Grant Atkins said there, it wasn't high and there was no danger. Neither was Luai's.
No, disgusting stuff. Nico Hines just made a good tackle. We saw Solzy react before. As the Dragons will put they're going right on the last. No, there's the Flanagan bomb. We'll just see if Will Kennedy takes this, which he does not. He absolutely fucks that up. And the Dragons will have a fresh set of 6:20 out. This is looking a lot like the last few weeks, hasn't it?
Such a promising start. Well, again, why do you need to sprint onto this ball?
So he's gone up and looked. He had no intent of catching that. I'll tell you what. A couple of weeks ago, we were dead set on Will Kennedy re-signing. Right now, I'd put Hiroti at fullback. I'm that close.
Did you just say that Kennedy's just re-signed?
No, we wanted him to re-sign, and now I would be pulling that contract and saying, look.
Agree, because Cheesy was playing good footy earlier in the year, but and I guess that's one of the biggest issues with him is he just doesn't have the consistency to do that as much these days. I used to be an unabashed fan of him, to be honest, but I don't think I've seen his best. Well, he played really well early in this year, but he's certainly not doing the things that he was doing in the early rounds.
No, he's not. That's that's a take there that any good fullback.
Good tackle.
Again, though, Cronulla get on top, force a kick, it drops to about the 20, and Kennedy just surrenders possession, and Cronulla are defending their line as the Dragons go left through Flanagan. And the King looks like great tackle.
Ball. Defense. Sorry, I'm a little bit ahead of you, boys. Hold on.
No, you're behind. You're a little bit behind us.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, 3 seconds.
Something happened. Something's about to happen on the other side.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. I think he is ahead of us.
I've been trying to pause.
It goes really, really, really slowly. Geez, we got a really, really lack of speed here.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're right, though. That's a good shout, Paul. All the fullbacks are young and fast.
Yeah. So the wily fullback is kind of going away. Like, this is why I think Clint Gutherson, is good of a footy brain as he is, I just don't think he's going to do enough for the Dragons. Same as Val. I think both of these guys have got good footy in them, but they don't have enough to really compete with the big dogs.
No, I love your fullback, Solzy.
KO Weeks, mate. He couldn't get a run at Manly a couple of years in Canberra, and he's killing it.
Ricky Stewart took one look at his ball playing and said, "No, mate, you're a fullback."
What are you going to do?
Sorry, go ahead.
Don't forget this is
full screen, boys. So I'm not going to look at the comments for a few minutes because we are a little bit behind and stuff is happening. But keep going. So.
But yeah, look, Rick, that's not the first time either. I've always wanted to see. Yeah, Luke says go get Jai Gray. Apparently, we spoke to him, but I'm not sure if we've got the money for him. KO Weeks, the story is kind of like the Albert Kelly situation where Ricky put him at fullback, but fucking penalty. But yeah, he's not afraid to switch up a position, old Ricky. But yeah, look, I always thought Chevy Stewart was going to be a long-term fullback, but I don't think he's going to get the team.
Mate, KO Weeks is probably, we talked about that on our podcast, is the fact that he's the spanner in the works, because we've basically gone out and bought a whole new spine of young blokes in Sanders, Strange, Owen Paddy, and Chevy Stewart was the one. And KO Weeks, I've got no doubt he was kind of seen as depth, and he's just taken that with both hands, and he's basically, I've got to say, as much as I like Chevy Stewart's ball playing and stuff, but if I don't know how long that guy waits around, because KO's a real young bloke too. If he keeps killing it, why would you pull him out?
Well, there's a spot at Cronulla opening up if Chevy wants to come back. I'll tell you now. The league scene, g'day, mate.
Did he drop it?
Niwai Puru would make a better 7. He's, of course, taking the piss because he's the worst. Thanks, Sam. What a legend. We totally stole your idea tonight, as it looks like
the Dragons have just scored.
I don't think so.
They've given it.
Let's see. You came close, but...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that looks like a try.
Let's see. He's done well. No, yeah, that's a try, all right. Yeah, jeez.
It's terrible. Nikora pulled up. Oregon Kaufusi with an absolute dog shit effort. And Will Kennedy nowhere to be seen. That's despicable. Adam Fanua-Blake's got his hand, but that's a try. His foot, rather. That's a try. I'd rather play with 12 than this dog Kaufusi. I don't know what anyone sees in him. I think if they go on to lose this game, I think Craig Fitzgibbon's got to come out and just resign. Like, honestly, that's how bad losing to this dross is. And I say that with complete sincerity. I'm not kidding. If we lose to this team, get out of my club. AJ, it's funny you say that, mate. Cronulla got no salary cap. That's the problem, because we've re-signed plotters like this prick, Oregon Kaufusi, and Hamlin Ueli on twice what he's worth because, well, I couldn't tell you why. So there's no money. We got 2 young superstars. I won't say who and why, but look like they won't be at the club next year because we got no money to re-sign them, and we also won't play him. Hohepa Puru should have played tonight, but he's gone to Toby Rudolph. We're, 28 minutes in, and we haven't seen Toby Rudolph come on. Kaufusi's still there missing tackles. This is really playing into my agenda that we need to flick this bald fraud just quietly. But good play from the Dragons. Let's go with that.
You know, the funny thing is he's got all this credibility based off some good results in his first couple of seasons. But we see that, I reckon if you have a good couple of seasons, your first years as coach, it buys you a lot of leeway.
Yeah, he does. He does. Sorry, I'm just copping it from all angles from everyone. But mate, Solzy, thanks so much for jumping on, mate. We've got another guest coming on, legend. I will see you in the chat, and keep going at Terry.
All right, boys. See you later.
Thanks so much, mate. Have a good one.
Again, though, people said there that Briton Nikora was had to pull out because he was offside. Just give the fucking penalty away.
Make the tackle.
Yeah, just give the penalty away.
As my dad messages, the Sharks are somehow getting worse. Yes.
Yep. Started off so well. A penalty on the third tackle has turned this game on its head. Absolute rubbish from this lot. What were you expecting?
Look, that's it. As I'm just looking through the replies to Twitter, everyone, a couple of people saying Grant Atkins, they should have made that tackle. I'll tell you what, Oregon Kaufusi is doing himself no favors tonight. Yet to see Hamlin Ueli, who I think's just on there now. Of course he is. He's slow back. And no Toby yet. This has been everything we have feared, mate. Everything we have feared.
It's almost time to fucking log out. This is just rubbish.
It's not good, although people are here to watch my head explode, and I'll tell you what, it's not far off if we keep this garbage up.
Yeah, Kaufusi's on. This is just dreadful.
All right, I just have to mute Facebook because I'm copping about 86 messages. People are pissed, man. This is not good.
Good first up run there from Big Hamlin Ueli. He started off well last week as well. So
he did 2 runs and then went quiet. So, all right, now until halftime, I'm just going to go full screen and we'll get to the comments at halftime, guys. So please keep them going.
Yeah, keep coming through. Don't forget, if you're here for the first time, make sure you like and subscribe to us. And Ronaldo's fucking Belinda Sharp. She weren't even there.
No, of course she's not. She's too slow. But we can't say that.
No.
And those that missed our last episode, we actually went into the flunker, and Belinda Sharp's distant cousin, Melinda Blunt, was in there. It was really nice of them to let us in after we bagged them all week. So please check that out.
No, it turns out he wasn't out, so
Doesn't matter.
yeah.
So don't forget, Cronulla about $1.25 favourites.
$1.35.
Oh, there you go.
Dragons are $3.75 at kickoff for anyone like me who was smart enough to stick money on them.
Pretty glorious. Will Kennedy brings back to the 20. Dragons are the much, much, much better team at the moment. Cronulla haven't done anything since that penalty, which, surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
Oh, an offload. Wow.
It's getting harder. It's getting harder and harder every week to, just to watch this lack of effort that you're seeing as Jacob Liddell's on for the Dragons now. So he's been awesome this year. Hiroti with a good run, spins around.
All I can hope is there's a really big win down there blowing the other way, because the Flag scored 10 points in the first half and then scored like 40-something in the second half running the other way. So
that bomb from Trindle says otherwise.
No, it's probably just where.
Oh yeah, we've got a penalty.
There we go.
For a blocker.
Tyrell Sloan. Oh no, he made the.
No, he caught it. It was Clint Gutherson. That's not a penalty.
Oh yeah, runs right into Ronaldo. Ronaldo sold that really, really well.
Yeah, Ronaldo sold that. If they had challenged that, that's not a penalty.
No, probably not, but that's okay. We're probably owed a few according to the Twitter machine.
Ramin can't play next week at all. Okay, fair enough. I am. I'll stay here for the comments, but yeah, we'll.
Mine's frozen, so good. An active god if I've ever heard one.
Hines has just dropped the ball 10 meters out, and the Dragons are away.
Is that legit? I can't tell.
Yep, Hines dropped the ball 5 meters out, and Clint Gutherson has now been tackled, and we've been penalised.
And there's a sin.
Yep, Jesse Ramian has been sin-binned.
Well, this club are fucking terrible. That's Cronulla summed up, mate. You kick the ball, you get a penalty, you spill it, you let them run up, and now it's a sin bin. And now the Dragons will go on the attack with a man over and probably lead by 2 tries at half time as Nico, yeah, there's a drop ball. That's fucking disgusting. King Gutho is faster than both Baden Trindle and Will Kennedy. And that's terrible from Ramian.
Yeah, that's just shit, that is.
Well, I'll tell you what, those few that were arguing with us in the chat, mate, about, we'll get up and we'll flog them. Look, maybe in the second half, but this has been an absolutely disgusting start from the same players who, well, they know they're not going to get dropped because they've got their big fat contracts. I thought Will Kennedy was playing for a contract. Unless they've told him, better pack some warm clothes and get off to England, mate. He doesn't look like he wants to be there. Finnell Blake's still on. We still haven't seen Toby Rudolph. They got both number 9s on too. That's dangerous.
And the Dragons are in. Jack DeBellin.
That is this is all-time disgusting from Cronulla. I'll tell you what though, this doesn't shock me.
Doesn't shock us at all.
No, but it's okay because they'll all be selling their disgusting shirts after this and doing their haircuts and posting their photos and liking each other's photos, which is the main thing. It's not about playing football. Jack DeBellin literally goes through 3 blokes. So let's count them here as Jesse Colquhoun's on. So DeBellin goes straight through Trindle, Nicara, Ronaldo. Looks like he's promoted that, but I'm giving that if I'm the ref.
No, it's a try.
Hiroti, sorry, not Wilton.
Well.
Mr. Bellin's coming off to for a barbecue, probably.
Yeah, well, he's not going upstairs for a phone charger, is he?
No, he's not.
Oh man, this is just getting
good.
worse.
Plenty of tweets about the cricket here.
Andrew A, does he lose that? Absolutely not. He slammed that through the fucking turf.
I can see the promotion, but it's all in the act. The Jack.
How is that a sin bin? Because they had a fast play the ball, Corey, on an unset defensive line, and Ramian laid all over him. So that's a textbook sin bin. 10 out of 10. Green Atkins got that right.
So let me catch these up.
Yeah, there was a bobble after he slammed it on the turf. That's a try.
As I paused again, and I think I'll leave it paused for my own mental. CB's playing for Newtown, mate, and I would legit be shocked if Fitzgibbon knew who he was. Like I make a lot of jokes about him not picking players. I'm starting to worry that he's got the Trevor Bayliss thing, whereas he doesn't watch players that aren't told to him are the players. So I don't know who's advising down there, but it was bad.
Mate, do you remember when he went down to the New South Wales Cup game to watch Hamlin Uele and Toby come back, and Jesse Colquhoun ran for 240 metres and didn't even get a look in?
No, he scored 2 tries and he should have had a hattie. Then Fitzgibbon left with 20 minutes to go and we yelled at him, pick Colquhoun, stay to the end, and he looked at us and smiled. And then Colquhoun came in and looked like a wall beater for a couple of weeks before he got injured. So, yeah, I don't know. There's still a second half to be played, so we'll stick with it. But the way it's going, everything we said all week, Cronulla are absolutely gutless, listless, have no idea. They're slow. There's players there that don't deserve to be there. And I'll tell you what, I'm glad that the Bears are coming in because they're going to need some players. And I have a feeling we might be able to get out of a certain multi-million-dollar contract that is looking worse and worse by the day. Stay tuned.
Jay Striker, my mate Jeremy's on, and he asked, is Stone Street injured? Yeah, he busted his ankle against the Storm. He busted his ankle in the Storm win, and he's out for about 13 weeks. And
So
he'll be back to Newtown.
But yeah, he absolutely right. Sam, good shout. Yeah, they're Stone Street. I think he started running next week, and he'll be back in about 6 weeks. But all the talk that I've heard is that Katoa's coming straight back in. So I don't make these comments about Fitzgibbon lightly. I do them with some sort of education. I'm not there. Don't get me wrong. I'm not but you know, we got people who may or may not be there. You're right, Luke. That's the only reason, mate, that they're not looking for one. There's a couple of guys in England I'd have a look at, but you're just starting again, as Terry said, on Outlaws. It's completely pointless. Or I'd be more looking for someone to come on and assist. Now, any Sharks fans that are down there, boo them off because it worked for Newcastle.
Yeah, the thing about the thing about going for another coach, if you get a rookie coach, you're just placing a guy who was your rookie coach. You're getting rid of him. What's happening? Brayley was just running off for some reason. Would you take Justin Holbrook off us? Yes, as an assistant coach, not as a full-time coach.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's a good shout. Looks like Trindle's gone into dummy half too.
No, Brayley's there. Yeah, I think he dropped his mouth guard making a tackle.
Oh, gotcha. He's been quiet since the goings got tough, hasn't he?
Funny that.
It always happens as Will Kennedy does another ineffective hit up.
Let's try and see the positive here. Is Braden Trindle's going to go for a 40-20. He hoiks that ball downfield, and Gutherson takes it off. I always have a look when you go for a shot at a 40-20. Why do you kick the ball up in the air?
I don't know. It gives him a chance. You got to keep it low. Trindle's kicked to 3 or 4 of them. I would do the whole book for Steve Price. I'd throw in Josh Hannay for free.
I would also give them Oregon Kaufusi just to sweeten the deal.
Yeah, seems nice. Yeah, someone said to me the other day they'd take Kaufusi, and I offered to pay his cab fare.
Who was it? Oh, so it had to be someone from Parramatta because there's no way that you'd look at that and go, you want him.
I think it might have been the Dragons. Actually, they can have him. There's about 8 of them that don't deserve to be out there now. As Talakai's on at centre, you might be right. Hiroti might be injured. I know he sucks, but he's definitely in the centres.
Yeah, he is definitely in the centres. As we're shot to pieces here. We're shot to pieces.
Cooley will run straight over Will Kennedy.
Oh, Will Kennedy stops him. I want Maloney as assistant. You don't want Maloney anywhere near the club.
See, that's the thing. All these names that come up are all disgraceful.
Yeah. Yeah. The Cowboys couldn't wait to get rid of Maloney after they signed him. You don't want him anywhere near. Talakai comes on with 3 minutes to go. Yeah, probably because we've got an injury. Hiroti got injured earlier. They were thinking he'd come off. There we go. Thanks, Jay. As Sifa has a hit up now. Oh, God. Got to start the game at 0-0 and hope to God we can do something in the second half. But this is just shit.
It is I'm paused again. Again, another act of mercy.
Yeah. Paul says give the job to Ennis, get him off the commentary. Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. Look, I'd probably say no to that as well because Manly stink. So
they do. I don't know what's doing with my computer.
Trindle just kicks the absolute daylights out of that ball and it goes absolutely nowhere. And we've got the ball, 30 seconds to go off, new set of 6. God, this is painful. Fuck me, this is painful.
Yeah, it is. Nico Hines does a hit up.
We had our front rower turning the ball inside to our halfback. Can someone tell me what's wrong with that scene right there?
So Liddell's beaten Wilton to the ball here by the look of it. Yeah. Decent kick from Trindle, but
yeah, our Dragons got there first. They want to have a look at the challenge. Challenge on Trindle. I didn't see anything wrong with the challenge on Trindle. Teague's onside.
He's tackled him, but yeah, look, technically this should be a penalty because he's tackled him without the ball. I think it's in the one motion, though. I wouldn't be penalising this.
Yeah, Gustafson's already in the actions.
He's already in the actions of tackling, which doesn't matter as per Graham Annesley last week. So, of course, it's nothing else. And they wonder why I write these hit pieces about these blokes. But
no, that's Damien Cook's hand. Jesus,
yeah, Cook's there before.
He got a lot closer. Got a lot closer than I thought he would. Damien Cook saves the bacon for the Dragons, and they'll go in at halftime, 18 points to 6 up.
Someone's on report. Hopefully, it's one of ours. Here we go. We're going to see if the Sharks get booed off here.
Braden Trindle's the play. You just sort of put on report.
Trindle's on report.
Just have a look at his body language of the Sharks coming off.
No, there's not enough people there to boo him off, Dan.
Yeah, true. There's a few boos.
Trindle is now penalty baiting. I don't know how you can say penalty baiting when he put a grubber kick through and got tackled. What's penalty baiting?
Yep, getting booed, 100%.
Yeah, sweet. Good. Fuck them, they deserve it. Yeah, I don't know. So I'm going to go get some water, Dan. We'll be taking a short break and then we'll be back.
Lovely. I'll stick here, mate. You take your time. Thanks to everyone who is watching and commenting. Thanks to Solzy for jumping on too. We had another guest, but he dropped off. He's at the ground and probably for good reason said thank you, but no thank you. Just going through some of these. As we're saying, here we go. Lots of booing. Cook got to it. Yep, definitely. AFB played 40 minutes. Yeah, he did. We has to. No one else is going forward. This is a good shout from Dave, who says we look slow and disinterested. Could not agree more. That was a listless first half. They started so well. When Brayley went through and set up that first try, it looked like Cronulla were somewhat on As soon as we gave the penalty away, it hasn't looked like we will be in the game since. Here we go. So, Dave, what lineup change would I make? Just off the top of my head, Rami and Abigorn for Chris Viella would be my first one. I would sit T. Wilton down and put Billy Burns back in. Hamlin Ueli and Kafusi, you got to go. I'd start Colquhoun in the middle, and I'd put Hohepa Puru on the bench. Look, it doesn't matter because I guarantee if we go on and cop 40 tonight, we're going to see the same team named next week, but probably Hiroti, who's injured. Watch still, he'll go to Atkinson rather than bringing Chris Viella in. Here we go. Thank you, Jay. That's Roach and Ennis. Well, that's a very friendly comparison. Where's CV and Michael Gabriel? Well, Gabriel was named to play Flegg earlier and didn't play, so he must be injured, or they just decided it's not worth risking him against the Silk Tails. CV, he's been tearing it up for Newtown. They've all been shit the last few weeks, so he hasn't really been banging the door down, but that's more through them missing players that Fitzgibbon seems to, like Billy Burns, won't release him to play for the Jets, even though there's a bye week, even though he has no intention to pick him. Look, there are some genuine superstars in this setup that just can't get a game, and we've heard firsthand that a couple of them are looking around because they've looked and gone, we see what Dan and Terry see. There is no way to first grade here. It is just Fitz picking his mates is how it looks. Now, I know they'll come out after the game, win, lose, or draw, and you'll hear that they're training hard and that, it's not that. There's no complacency. What is it? Are you just really, really shit at football, or are you complacent? Because it's one or the other. I would say it's a little bit of both right now, but it has to be one or the other.
Yeah, has to be one or the other. Look, in terms of what changes that you can make straight away, get rid of Kafusi. The guy's absolutely dreadful. He offers absolutely nothing. Hamlin Ueli's got to go as well. Bring in Hohepa Puru. I don't know. I don't think a number change between Hines and Trindle is going to do anything. I don't know.
No, you're exactly right, Haley. There's no incentive because they know they're not going to be dropped.
Yeah.
Unless we sign a 30-year-old dud who will come in and he's good mates with Fitzgibbon, there's just no chance that that's going to happen. Look, yeah, if we go on to lose this game and we lose to the Broncos next week, 4 straight heading into Origin 3, there's probably no coming back for that. And I don't mean we won't make the 8. There's a lot of shit teams in this competition that Cronulla just default a little bit better, or less shit than, I should say, to be more correct. So I'm not worried about making the 8. But what I am worried about is just making the 8 and then we get flogged in round 1. There's no we joke, it's great to make the 8, you got to be there to win them, which you do, but also I don't want to go in and get flogged in round 1. You just finish 9th. Honestly, at the moment, the way it's going, win, lose, or draw tonight, the season has just fallen off a cliff, and it's only the fact that there's a whole heap of teams behind us that can't get their shit together. They haven't jumped us yet. So we've been very, very lucky. I think we sit probably 6 or 7 places higher than what we look.
Yeah. Now, Jay Striker has asked, have I changed my thoughts on Fitzy? Look, my stance on Fitzgibbon has changed, that I'm happy for him to go if there's someone better than him out there. But the names that are getting thrown up are Kevin Walters, which makes me throw up, Trent Barrett, which makes me throw up, all the dross, that's, and then it's do you go and get another rookie coach? Do you go and get another rookie coach? Like, I don't think that's the answer. I think I genuinely think that there needs to be an overhaul from Fitz down. We need new assistants. No one's even interviewing one of our assistants for a job. So we need some new assistants. The recruitment and retention team needs to be looked at. It's a mess at the moment.
It really is. Andrew, I think he's further along. He's bigger because he's a fair bit older. I think Gabriel's a heaps better talent. I think he's the one. Stuart here says defensive coach needs to go. 100% 100%. Look, straight up, they probably can't now because Hirotti's probably out for 4 weeks. And as we look at Paul Gallen, who looks just pissed off as we are,
Yeah.
I don't think he'll name Chris Vela next week. I think he'll name Dan Atkinson because
I think he'll name Talakai and put Atkinson back on the bench.
Probably like all these things. Rather, he'll do anything other than blood a young kid. So he got dragged kicking and screaming into picking Hero. He got dragged kicking and screaming into picking Stone Street, and the same with Calhoun. Like he went 4 other ways before he went back to Jesse. So. Yeah, I'll tell you what, but I would be dropping Raymond. I would have dropped him 2 weeks back just quietly and said, Chris Vela should have 5 games under his belt. We're talking about bringing a rookie in. This guy should have 5 games last year where they kept picking like Atkinson and Hirotti, and it's a fucking mess. And it all comes from that bald idiot at the top. And I know some people from the Sharks have reached out and gone, oh, you guys are a bit harsh on Fitz. I don't think I'm being harsh enough. This guy, as we look at Emma Tonegata, who looks absolutely, it's Vernon, by the way, looks absolutely amazing as per usual. But, mate, get the girls on because I'm sick of these pricks. They're fucking hopeless. They don't care. I guarantee that crowd tonight looks about 8,000. It'll be 6,000 next time. Then from them, we know Cronulla fans are famously fickle, especially when it's cold in that shit heat they call a stadium. So every loss adds up, mate.
Yep.
As we're just going through some comments, thanks for keeping coming, guys. I will catch up, I promise. You're right, David. We should have probably named him as Emma Veron. God, I'm looking forward to this girls team this year. They keep signing some real good, handy.
Yeah, we signed a forward during the week, didn't we?
Yeah, she comes from Parramatta via Canberra, I believe. She played a couple of games for the Maori All-Stars. Big girl, with the greatest respects. We're talking about a forward here. Looks a piece because Caitlin Johnson-Green is pretty upfront about wanting to play this year. Now, I don't know how real that is. I don't know. I've never been pregnant, so I can't tell you. But the fact that she says, yeah, I'm keen, I want to be there against Newcastle fills me with great excitement. I think that's about round 8 or 9. So if we're in finals contention and bring that weapon in, I'll tell you what, it's looking good.
Now, Jay Stryker has said, can you guys please stop your supporters doing spirit fingers? Yeah, if you stop your fat mong waving a flag up at Newcastle, we'll stop our guys doing spirit fingers.
It's completely fair. But, the spirit fingers is earlier than us.
Yeah, that's the old Luke Cavell.
It is.
Yeah. It is. It's the old Luke Cavell. 2006 that started, so I don't think you're going to stop that anytime soon.
Stegs, who has hosted the show, thanks for the shout-out. Swear Jars, yeah, it's adding up, mate. Your boys look good in that first half. I hope it all turns to shit. But
the first one was the sweat jar. Now, I'm not sweating at all, but Dan probably is because he just wants to explode.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're right, Dan. 100%, mate. It's doesn't fill me with great. Look, Trindle's looked terrible last few weeks, and if he ain't the slowest bloke in the history of rugby league, he's second or third. He looked absolutely disgusting tonight. Look, Nickera hasn't been good for a couple of weeks. I'm starting to think teams, unfortunately, have worked him out. As Stegs corrects himself, swear, Joe knew what he meant. I knew he was having a crack, which is all good to see. This is a very good question, mate. I'm just going to get a water real quick if you want to run through players that are better now than since Fitz took over.
Look, in spades, you can say Blake Brayley. You can probably say that about Britton Nickera. You can probably say about Ronaldo. That's, yeah. I mean, Trindle definitely. But there's not many. Hero.
No. Regressed?
Who's regressed?
Yeah. How many have regressed? Because I'd say most of them. Kafusi.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Hamanueli. Hines had that really good year and looks like stuck into a 25-year contract because of it. I'm still not giving up on Hines just quietly. I think the rest of them.
The second Kafusi threw that offload 20 meters backwards, the game turned on its head. It's exactly right. He threw that offload, and instead of having an attacking kick, we had to put up a bomb. Then we gave away a penalty on the third tackle, and it's all downhill from here. Dragons will win this game 25-12. Bookmark it.
That's it. Now this is now here. Our great mate from Winnett Civil Grading has joined in to have a go. Welcome, mate. Thank you so much for your support. I'll tell you what, we did humongous numbers last week because people tune in to see me and Terry explode our heads. And if this keeps going, you can triple our numbers next week. I'm getting us kicked off YouTube if we go on to lose this game.
Mate. And speaking of YouTube, if you're here as a regular viewer of our show, thank you for coming in and spending your night with us. We really appreciate it. And if you're new around here, please just go onto the YouTube and hit subscribe where you can. You can mute us afterwards, but the more subscriptions we get, the more people will see our content. We do enjoy putting our content out there. It is free. We don't make any money off this at the moment or ever. But look, we're looking to we just want as many people subscribing and watching our content as we can. Dan and I really enjoy doing this week to week. It's a hobby. Ricky Dodd says he loves Outlaws. We love you, Ricky. I'd love you if your last name was Ricky Stanicki. That'd be sick. Great
movie. But look, we have had sponsors, and as mentioned before, Win at Civil Gradon's a good mate and a vague sponsor of the show. We put all the money back in to production, or the odd Facebook ad, or it sits in a kitty. And when, like this week, he had a stitch up, we bought a couple of props and stuff. So this is really fun, and we really appreciate it. Obviously, we love the attention, but it's nice like this where the Sharks are getting flogged, and I don't totally want to jump out the window just yet, and it's only because of you, legends. So.
Jay Striker says, I think Terry's starting to believe my mantra where I said I'd rather miss the finals than be knocked out in the first or second week. Absolutely not. I will never, ever say that I'd rather miss the finals than make it. Anyone who turns around and says that they don't want their team to make the finals is a fucking idiot, and I'll put that out there right now. Only one team can win the comp, and you've got to be in it to win it. And if you're not, if you go out in the first round, you go out in the second round, that's fine, but at least you didn't come 9th or 10th. Kate Rebel is on the show, and she says, go the Raiders. Go to bed, Kate.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of Solzy's brought a few Raiders fans with him. So
that's Sam's mum, Kate.
Yeah,
she's on the show. She's having a good night with us. No, but going back to it, I would never, you look at it now and you don't believe that Cronulla can win the competition, but they, you got to be playing finals. Like that's just you train hard all season, you play all season, you've got to make finals. So.
True.
Nico's
not playing well.
No, Nico's not playing well at all. Did Fitzgibbon sign Chambers back for that odd period of time? No, he did not. That was John Morris.
Sorry, there are legitimately 96 trying to catch up. So, here we go. That's the one Tomato Kelly signs. We got a flagman reference. I love Luke. Luke's
he'll be a Pacers fan at the end of the NBA.
He will, 100%. This is good. Thank you so much. We're reading them all. It's hard to get to them all because it's I've let it go too far. Sorry.
Yeah.
But Stegs, mate, the attitude is the main thing, mate. They were all young and hungry when they came to the club, and now they're content as we kick off in the second half.
And it's a shallow kick, and Cronulla spread it early to Addin Fonua-Blake, who hasn't had a rest yet. So we're just going to try and run him into the ground here to turn this game on its head as Talakai comes in out off the centres now and has a good run.
He has to play the full 40 here, obviously in the centres, but I would have played him regardless.
Yeah, Brayley goes for another run now. I've seen Terry play basketball in the lower grades, and yet the Sharks annoy him more than Ash. I don't know who that is, but that's true.
I think I know who that is, and that's a funny reference. Kate, your son is one of my favourites, mate.
Yeah, he is one of the all-time greats. Is Mr. Sam Revel. And for anyone who is on here as well, we're talking about Sam Revel. Please, on your YouTube on your way out, look for Wobble and Jaw Sports and like and subscribe to here. Love the pod, but I'm starting to think to lose it because I'm agreeing with Dan a lot more. Yeah, well, that's. You're in trouble when everyone starts to go. I got so many messages this week from me saying that they were glad that I let Dan go off a leash. So, I hate to see what this Tuesday night's going to be if these pricks keep playing like this.
Well, if this keeps going, mate, I might just skip it and do something stupid. Colquhoun, good tackle. Wouldn't it be a shame to lose a player of Jesse Colquhoun's talents, mate?
What's that?
Wouldn't it be a shame to lose a player of Jesse Colquhoun's talents?
Well, it would, and it's it'll absolutely suck because we'll have people like Hamlin Uele still earning money off of us. But Katoa is running across field, busting 100 tackles at the moment. We're back to 13 on 13, and Jesse Ramian owes us a try.
He probably owes us 2, 3 the way he's been playing. If you don't score a hattie, this will. So Hirotti's off, Ramian's back on, so we're down to 16. Mm-hmm. But I'd say we're down to about 11, really, if you factor in how much shit we're carrying right now. As Kennedy makes a half break, no one goes with him, of course.
Well, the one person that you want supporting is the one who made the half break, so
that's true. Someone should go with him, though. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trina puts it up. Ronaldo again, at least they're kicking the right side. Ronaldo loses an aero battle to Tyrell Sloan and turns the ball over.
Was that knocked back from the Dragons, or is he called knock on from? He's called knock on from Cronulla.
Knock on from Ronaldo. There's no challenge, and Ronaldo doesn't mind a challenge. He goes up. Yeah, definite knock on. I'll tell you what. I can't remember the last time Ronaldo won one legally, because you could say the first half. But I think we are the worst kick reception team in the competition, in that we concede so many tries from kicks. We never really score from kicks anymore. Someone will go, yeah, but 3 weeks ago, etc., etc. But it seems like a long time ago now. It's a good shot from now.
We nearly scored off a kick last week, and then Charles Nickel-Klukstar just knocked the ball out of ULA's hands.
That's right. Just wanted it more.
And that's the key formula to beating Cronulla, is you just got to want it more. As the Dragons now up near the 50-metre line here through lock forward Damien Cook, and Kyle Flanagan kicks the ball downfield. Should be safely taken here by Will Kennedy, and it is. And he'll bring the ball out, get close to the 20-metre line. Doesn't break the tackle.
Trindle in the dummy. Here you go. Talakai bringing out of his own end. We need this. It would be good to have Talakai and Eero doing this, but seems like we can't have nice things as Ramian does a good hit up. Goes over the 30. Looks to play it quickly and sneaks a few meters and has to go back and play it. So it'll be a slow play of the ball. That's dumb. Man, I tell you what, Ramian, Kafusi, and Hamanueli.
Hamanueli hasn't done anything. Hamanueli's taken bullets for things that he hasn't done this week yet. Swines goes through.
Nikora.
To Nikora. Gets it onto Ramian. Ramian's away. Throws the ball to absolutely no one. Cronulla wants 6 again, and they're not going to get it.
As we lost 15 metres of momentum off that disgusting pass from Ramian. Bloke can find a bad decision as the ball goes up, and Ronaldo gets beaten to the ball this time by Kyle Flanagan.
Well, again, it's just effort at the moment from the Dragons. Effort, hunger. They just want it. They want to win this game now.
They do. Cronulla just... I don't know what's going on. Like, if you can't get up for a local derby off 2 straight losses against this dross, I put the comments away too, just for a couple of minutes, guys, while we get some, try to get some positivity in the room.
Well, Jacqueline's asked why is Fitz selecting a busted player when it would have been the perfect time to give Chris Vaiella a debut. Look, no one knows that. No one knows the answer to that apart from Fitz. The only thing that I can say now is it's got to be a money thing, and he doesn't want to pay the match payments because we're running out of it. But I don't know how this squad can be running out of money, if I'm honest. And if it is, that just means there's too many plotters on big deals that don't deserve it. So,
exactly right. Mm-hmm. Now, look, there's a couple of training trial players that could get, and I don't know how the cap works exactly, but I know it's not a huge hit. But I mean, Chris Vaiella is a contracted player, so there's no reason he shouldn't play. Mm-hmm. The Sharks go up the middle through Colhoun. Good tackle there from whoever that is. No disrespect, I just don't know.
Yeah. As we go short here to Addin Fonua-Blake, and we're in the attacking territory, and we've gone away. Oh, there we are. I think Katoa. Oh, the Dragons have fucking held us up.
Katoa's claiming it, but there is no way he scored that try.
Yeah.
There's no more. How many times do we see our players grab and miss, and they're holding us up?
And look, there's going to be no camera angle of this ball hitting the ground, but fuck me, how did he not score here?
It's a great tackle from King Tongia. It's come down short.
Ball's on the ground there.
Looks short, looks held up. It's a good tackle with the greatest respect, but
yeah, he's held up. Fuck.
So
hell.
at least they moved the ball. Let's keep it positive while we can. But Sione fucked it up. What can I say?
Oh, he didn't fuck it up. Like that's desperation. As you said, like Cronulla don't do that.
No, they don't. It's a great tackle. The Dragons have definitely been listening to people all week and want to shut everyone up, as the Sharks should too. But look, Katoa 9 times out of 10 probably scores that try. So well done to the Dragons. I don't know, some enterprising play from Cronulla. Put it through the hands on the 5th. Nico with a good cutout ball. It's a good idea to cut Ramian out in all circumstances right now. So I definitely respect that. So as long as Cronulla don't give away a penalty here, we should have some decent-ish field position, whatever it is. It's because Fanua Blake still no Toby Rudolph, who we had to rush in.
I mean, who would you rather on your bench though, Toby Rudolph or Dean Atkinson?
No, well, neither of them are going to do anything. I'd prefer Puru, but out of the two, definitely Tobias.
Mm-hmm.
But again, how many times have we seen 3-man rotation? And don't forget, Talakai's playing in the centres, so technically it's a 2-man rotation.
Someone said Toby's on, but I haven't seen him.
Maybe he is.
I don't think he is.
We'll see if he puts his hand up. Not much happening here for Cronulla. I'm just going to Talakai, big league run.
Emma says 50 on them last week in the derby. They were always going to be up for it. We nearly had 50 put on us. And there's Toby now.
Yeah,
we nearly had 50 put on us, and we're not up for it. So
good shout.
Yeah.
It's a good shout from Jay. That's what Cronulla should have done, meaning the desperation tackles they go right. Katoa playing in the centres, or makes a break.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, I've heard that Hiroti is a high tackle and a penalty Cronulla. Paul says Rosie O'Donnell. It is then. That's a reference to something I said earlier.
Yep, we saw it. Yeah, Hiroti has been busted for weeks. I get that. I don't know. He came back too early, but
he did. Plus, he sucks.
Corey, you're ahead of us. Like, don't go writing that in there at the moment.
As we go left to Fanua Blake, and I feel good about this set, Terry.
Yeah, I feel pretty good about this set. We're on delay here though. As Trindle goes to Britt Nickera and he scores in game 150. Now
how easy was that? You hold the ball, you get a penalty, and Nickera with a good line, and it's a try offside the post. It should be 18-12 in a minute. I don't know. It's not a difficult game, this rugby league. It's pretty simple. That's all right, guys. So anyone who is watching, we're about 25 seconds behind you guys.
Yeah, we're about just say we're about 30 seconds behind you guys at the moment. We've gone away from commentating as to what the play is to just sort of bag us out a little bit. But yeah, we're about 30 seconds behind you. So if something happens like a Sharks try and we haven't reacted to it yet, just wait till we do to put your comments in. But that's all good, Corey, and it's all good too, Jay. So
it's all good. And Stags, what a legend! Cronulla hold the ball and they score. It's a very, very simple game. As they go to that fantastic above, you see some good lines being run. Yeah, so there was a big overlap out right, which is what the Dragons overcorrected. Nicker ran through the gap.
Do you remember when Buzz Rothfield turned around and said that the Dogs were using drones, and Gus said they don't have drones? So Gus went down to their training and took a photo of their drone.
Yeah,
that was the pettiest thing I've ever seen in my life, but it made for great Twitter.
I love that. That shithousery at its finest.
Yeah. It's like, like Gus Gould turned around and saying that he'd never met with Lachlan Galvin, and everyone was posting pictures of Lachlan Galvin having lunch with him.
Oh, he's so bad. He had to go. Something happened today, and he said something that any other rugby league official in his role as a commentator had to go to ref or something, that anyone else would be done by. So I'll tell you what, he's quickly becoming the old bad guy, Gus.
Yeah, look, I don't mind it. I mean, we're going completely off and away from this game at the moment, but we need more Gus Goulds. Like, he interacts with everyone on Twitter.
And then blocks him.
Yeah, but that's okay. At least he interacts. At least he calls you a dick before he blocks you.
That's true. I don't even know why he blocked me, although, to be honest, I keep replies, and there's about 30 people in each chain that I can't reply to, and I check and I'm blocked. So whatever I did, I'm not sorry.
Oh, like random Tigers fans have blocked me, and I'd never even seen them before.
Well, they're a horrible bunch anyways. Is Cronulla up over the footy? Some enterprising football here from Cronulla. It's good to see him put in for a minute. Maybe getting booed off might have helped him just a little bit.
You're looking jacked as well, Dan. I just wanted to say that you moved the camera down. Your arms look big.
Oh, I did. Yeah, that was on purpose. No, no, thank you, mate.
Oh, Nico.
Any ladies watching? The DMs are open.
Hull, we know that you're watching this.
Yeah,
and we've put our first bomb up to the rugby convert tonight, and it's taken by Gutherson, and we forced the goal line dropout.
Perfect kick. I think Gutho might have messed that up, but that's perfect.
That's a great set after points as well.
Very, very good. Cronulla looked somewhat interested. We'll see how long it lasts. As Gutho absolutely made a meal of that. Absolutely. Ran in good chase though. So Cronulla, some good football. It's
Gutherson's looking at the big screen, asking why it's not for a 20-metre dropout. So Jacqueline says, good to see Trindle taking control. It is. It is good to see Trindle taking control. Someone needs to.
Short dropout. It's short of the 10. It'll bounce over. And brilliant from Katoa to keep it in. No, he's gone out.
No, he's gone out. Fucking hell.
It's a challenge here. No. Cronulla ball. No.
No. It's their ball.
No one knows what they're doing here. That's a great kick from Gutherson.
That is. And the good thing, like, it didn't break the plane, but it bounced.
Oh, yeah. So
he's out.
Katoa was in row 3 when he touches it and gets up and has a go at the ref. And even Belinda Sharp goes, mate.
Yeah. Melinda Blunt would have even got that right.
Yeah, absolutely. Good defense from Cronulla.
Well, look, it was a good set after points, and that's the thing now that they've taken away those, all the penalties around the short dropouts. I love it. I love the short dropout, bringing it back into the game. And that's just the risk you run with it now is, you turn the ball over. But Cronulla now, they're aiming up in defence. 28 minutes to go in this game, down by 6. You've got to aim up somewhere.
Brilliant tackle.
Jesse Colburn, great work from Marker there on Jacob Little. I think
Colburn
it's Pacific and Tommy now. Huh?
Colburn looks like he's playing to send a message, mate.
Yeah. Flanagan kicks the ball downfield. A nice Chad Townsend end over end to Will Kennedy, who's, sprinting across field. Turns the ball inside to Sione Katoa, who's been arguably our most dangerous player running sideways.
Yeah, he's got 4 tackle breaks, 5
He's
tackle
got about
breaks.
9 tackle breaks in that one set there. But
4 breaks and meters. But, hey, for Supercoach, as good as Ronaldo, great hit up. Gets over the advantage side, plays it quickly, and Brayley's off to
Will Kennedy, and there's no one there with him except a hard-running Britt Nickera. The short dropout rule is fine, but the non-contestable penalties they give are stupid. Yeah.
I like the short dropout. I think it's good, but if you kick the ball into like 30 meters back and go, was it contestable? That's stupid. Trindle puts it up to Gutherson. Cronulla run off the ball. Someone loses it, and they might play it.
Tricky scores.
Here we go. So the game plan obviously is wait until the Dragons be really, really shit and capitalise. It's worked for everyone else, so why not Cronulla? Good turnaround.
Knowing how like he's fucking dead when he grounds it.
Yeah, look, probably headbutted it. Oh, did he put his nose on the white line?
You know what the thing is as well? That's a 4th tackle hit up, and we had no winger. Yeah, and that's great work from Teague. Great work from Teague Wilton to get out of Trindle's way as well.
It was.
Knowing us, in the last couple of weeks, those 2 fucking idiots would have ran into each other, and the Dragons would have got a 20-metre restart.
Exactly right. Try confirm. Trindle gets up and it's the line.
Yeah.
He's got a cold. Don't look into that. He's got a cold.
Oh, my God. Fucking Tyrell's okay, let's talk about this here. Clint Gutherson, one of the safest fullbacks under the high ball, and Tyrell Sloan runs from nowhere and just takes it out of his hands. What was he thinking?
A Cronulla-esque play from Tyrell.
He Cronulla-fied himself playing for the Dragons.
He did. Now, I've been talking to a lot of Dragons fans this week, and they all agree.
Hold up. Just quickly. Yep. Sam from Wobble and Jaw Sports said the sideline commentator reported that the wind has picked up a lot and it's behind the Sharks.
Oh, there you go. Thank you so much, mate. Sorry, again, I will get to the comments as they go to the crowd. A few people there. This is good. Yeah, Paul mentioned it's a comedy show. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm not fucking laughing, Paul.
Haley says slow doing slow things. Steg says no communication. Absolutely. Dragons doing dragons things. Yeah, there tends to be a few things that, well, not a whole lot that Cronulla and Dragons fans can agree on, but it tends to be that our players suck.
Try confirm, guys. Yeah, it was confirmed. Great set from Haley. It was a huge set. Now this explains why the Dragons' kickoff to start the second half was so deplorable, because that win looks like it's really. I tell you what, he hasn't played for about 10 weeks, but Toby Rudolph's initial runs have been really, really big.
Looks good. He's breathing heavy, but that ain't an aberration.
That's because he's smoked a pack of ciggies half an hour before kickoff. But we love you, Tobes.
We do love Toby. He's stuck by us too. What a legend. As Nico Hines goes right, turns it inside to Ramin, who looks like he's been listening to my commentary at halftime.
We'll take it.
Calhoun, great run again. This kid, look at those post-contact meters. Start him.
This kid has just been, I don't know. He's every bit the first grade footballer.
Look on from the Dragons. Cronulla ball, a couple of meters out. Game's changed.
Yeah, so this Nathan Lawson, from rugby, he's really good with the ball, but under the high ball, he's got feet for hands.
He does great. There's great effort.
Yeah, that's great from Will Kennedy as well. You can't turn around and say that was a spoiler because he got there.
He did. Now, it's funny that you mentioned that.
That's a knockback. Your eyes painted on Steve. Challenge it. Challenge it. I dare you to.
There are a few rugby converts that are really, really good footballers, but not so good under the high ball. I don't think that's a coincidence. So Nico goes right to Katoa, who will break 8 tackles here.
And Katoa scores!
Yes, Sione, do the dance, Sione. It's good. A bit of rain down at Shark Park. Jesse Calhoun, what a man. He started that. I don't care what anyone says. It was his run and quick play the ball that set that up.
Yeah, 5 sets ago.
But again, our last 3 tries have come from Dragons just being terrible. You just got to be less terrible than the Dragons. Like, it's not a great – that was a great step as Moses Sully absolutely stood up there by the much quicker and sexier Sione Katoa. Oh, Sully, 0 lateral movement. That's terrible.
Yeah, that Lawson's had about 30 seconds he would love all over again, because he look, you've got to know your opposition, right? And you've got to know that Jesse Ramian doesn't pass and Sione Katoa doesn't pass. So in that situation there, with Ramian on the wing, Lawson has got to know to jam in, because they're not going to try and pass that ball. Instead, he did what we hope Ronaldo would do, and he goes out to his winger, but whatever. I ain't crying no tears over the Dragons being shit.
No, exactly right. Sione Katoa, 140 run meters, a try, heap of tackle breaks. He's, like you said, he's probably been our most dangerous.
I think Katoa's been our best, if I'm honest.
Yeah, he and Fanua Blake, and probably Calhoun's look real good too. Shows you the big impact Toby makes, though, because since he's come on, like you said, there's been a couple of big runs. I don't know how long he'll last, but he's got to jump Hamlin Ueli, that's for sure. As Nico misses from the sideline, big win.
Yeah,
that was going right down the middle, got blown. Do you make the switch next week? Do you Kafusi for Toby?
Potentially.
Just means our bench is really shit with both Hamlin Ueli and Kafusi. Sorry, guys, I'll get to the comments soon. We're in a good run, so I'm trying to keep the same thing going as we see that horrible ad. Stegs is right. Lawson didn't play wing in rugby, and there's not a lot of high kicking in sevens. 100%. I think that was what Marky Mark's issue was. I think he played a bit more long form. Who cares? Rugby sucks, but that is a genuinely good shout. Talakai kills a man.
Yeah. AFB 60 minutes is actually elite from him. Yeah, that is. And Paul says booing works. Well, let's do it every week. Oh,
There we go.
Fanua Blake still going.
Big shout out to Felix Falatilli too, who had an awful head knock in Flegg. Thanks to the guys who messaged me, Shinazi and Haley, let me know that he did walk off. I couldn't get the stream working on the train, but yeah, pretty scary stuff for the big man. Only played the first 15, 20 minutes, got knocked out. Hopefully he's back sooner rather than later. As Toby passes it to Will Kennedy, who makes a half break. They're at the 10 now. Great set.
Now I don't want to bring this up lightly, but we were 18-6 down.
Mm-hmm.
Toby Rudolph. Oh, that's going to be 6 again, surely.
Yeah, knock on from Lawson.
Yeah.
I know they're playing the Cronulla knock on first. I think Ramian touched it.
No, we're challenging it.
Challenge. Well, you know he
We've got
definitely.
to challenge that.
Well, here we go. He's definitely touched it because we can't challenge. But yeah, what were we saying about Toby?
18-6 down. Toby Rudolph comes on, and it's now 22-18.
Yep, completely fair. That's
Yeah, no.
fast.
So he's called a knock on Dragons.
Oh, they've challenged, have they? So it's gone through Ramian's hands and
Yeah,
probably
it's
hit.
gone through Ramian's hands, and Lawson's knocked it on. What a fucking idiot!
Fair enough. I thought he would knock on Cronulla originally.
No, that has definitely. Now I am blind as a bat.
Let's touch Ramian's hand.
Gone backwards.
Yeah, I think they'll play. I think they'll call out a knock on though.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah, successful challenge. Yeah, that's what I saw. That's
Live with
really
it.
fair. It's good though. It's good though from Cronulla. Good kick. Ramian up there. And Lawson susceptible under the high ball. I dare say he'll be copping a few more that way.
Would you now make the switch and put Ronaldo on him? Just switch the wingers.
Yeah, if you're going to kick to him, why not? But Katoa's been so good, he's probably on the right.
Yeah, but he's not an aerial threat though, Dan. He's anyway.
No, I don't mind it.
I'm speaking out loud here. Fanua Blake has, yeah, he hasn't. Whatever we've paid him, we need to pay him more.
I reckon he said during the week, I got to play 80 because these guys are fucking terrible.
Yeah, and I reckon he's probably turned around and said, if you need me to play fullback, I'll do that as well, coach.
Spot on. He probably could. This guy, Kyle Flanagan, puts it up. It's definitely
Now, look,
in,
I'll
holding it up.
just saying this from that tackle there, Toby and AFB made. AFB sprints back into the defensive line. Toby's the second marker, and he didn't move.
No, there you go.
He's absolutely goosed already. Welcome back, big fella.
We do love him, but see if he gets a hit up in this set. Cam McInnes back on, good run.
Lots of people are tweeting me and texting me, giving big love to Jesse Colquhoun. 18-3 tackle breaks in the second half, and you can guarantee 16 of those tackle breaks have been from Sione Katoa.
Yeah, running.
That one run.
You're right. You guys are boys and girls are right about Colquhoun though. This kid's a freak in the future of the club, and I'd be disappointed if even the ball man himself couldn't see that. This Trindle absolutely hoists it away for to Ronaldo's wing. Sloan, fair bump. Sloan takes the ball 10 out.
So yeah, again, nice high kick, but didn't really give Ronaldo the opportunity to contest that. Now, Stephen Donahue says Lawson probably going to be a better centre. I know I'm biased, but he's got a bright future ahead of him. Oh, mate, we said it at the beginning of the game, Steve. We said that we liked what we saw from Nathan Lawson with the ball in his hand. The problem is he's very susceptible under the high ball, like Mark. But yeah, you're definitely right. He's got a big future ahead of him. I just don't know if he gets in the centres for you guys because you've got Sawley and Valentine. So
maybe Sawley's still in the make way.
Sawley's so good though.
He is, but he just got stood up by Sione.
Yeah, I get that, but I mean, Katoa does that to a lot of people. Look at that; he's just bumped off 4 forwards.
True, I did during the week when I was on Mad Dragons podcast. I said that they asked me who the players were that worried me. I said Jacob Little, number 1, and Moses Sawley was number 2, and they're like, I wouldn't worry about Sawley. So as Blake Brayley makes
Brayley's away.
Good, But yeah, Sawley a little bit disappointing, but I hope he comes good next week, not tonight. Do Sharks go right to Nico Hines, who's looking for a runner? Someone give him a runner, please. Nico goes sideways, makes a break, kicks for himself, and Tyrell Sloan gets absolutely
gets poleaxed by Ronaldo.
That Ronaldo's probably saved.
Son.
He's probably saved Nico there. It was a pretty Russian
No,
shit.
no fullback at home. Great kick.
Yeah, well, that's true. I
Now,
know
this
this
is
is a football.
This has turned into a proper derby here.
Yeah, it's a bit of feeling, which is good. I don't know. Ronaldo sort of gives Sloan a serve, then offers to help him up.
Yeah. Talk your shit and then pick the guy up.
Yeah, as Clint Gutson kicks it backwards.
Don't be Kyle Felt. See this one here, where it doesn't go the 10. I think that's a penalty.
Yeah, well, it's almost gone dead.
Yeah.
So
I don't mind if you do the short dropout and it goes out on the full. But that one there, Jay's straight onto that. That's my point. How's that not a penalty? You can't contest that. That's a penalty.
Fair call. I suppose they want you to take that risk, though, which is the answer. But
yeah.
Is Oregon Kafusi's back on? Boo! Oregon boo, Fusi.
Hey, look, when Nicola ran across field, Kafusi did the right thing and he ran straight to the try line, so he wasn't going to get done for an obstruction. So Rudolph takes a big charge here.
So he got the fuck out of the way, which is good.
He did, yeah. He got out of the way. That's all you can ask for him to do. Great ball from Brayley. Hines, we got the overlap.
Yeah, good tackle.
And Sexy's thrown into touch.
See, that's dumb from Katoa. You had to see there was no space there. See, second tackle.
Penalty for passing the ball. Take the tackle.
Exactly. Just take the tackle. There's your rush of shit.
What a ball that is, though, from Brayley. That's crisp service.
Good. Yeah, look, that's dumb. You can't be turning the ball over like that. You can't be giving these guys opportunities. They showed in the first half. You know, if they get some ball down our end, they're definitely dangerous. And Cronulla shouldn't be giving them opposition. Game's turned as soon as Kafusi came back on, mate. I don't make the rules. I just enforce them.
And he's come back on for Adam Fanua-Blake as well. So
Fanua-Blake will probably off for 3 or 4 minutes and come straight back on as the Dragons go right. Get a bit of space as Sloan tries to go around Ronaldo. Talakai says, not today, sir.
And then eats him. Get up.
Sif looking pretty good in the centres. I don't want him there full time, but at the moment.
I don't want him there full time. And next week it definitely has to be Chris Vaiella or Michael Gabriel in for him. But he has done a job tonight, mainly because of the fact that the Dragons he's up against the debutant for one, and the Dragons aren't trying to spread us. They're trying to play through us. They think our weakness is up the middle, and that's the way that they're trying to play. They're not doing anything over expansive for us at the moment.
It's fair call, though. It worked for the bloody long stretch in the first half as Ronaldo takes the ball up. Yeah, I don't know. I think the Dragons have played this the right way. I just think Cronulla were in a mood to piss us all off in the first half, and Braden Hamlin-Uele almost loses the ball. Holds it well, though. I don't know. Maybe they got the bollocking at halftime that they needed because they're looking okay without being fantastic as Jack DeBellin attacks the head of Cam McInnes. Complete accident.
And not a penalty. All right. Okay. I've seen them penalised before.
Nico Hines, volleyball punches at 7 metre forwards. Yeah, look, I'm okay with that being let go, but yes, absolutely, that's been a penalty for many, many weeks. But if this sets the tone moving forward, no arguments from me because I hate that shit. So anyone that doesn't see, he was tackled low.
Here we go.
Literal limp wrist. It'll be a penalty tomorrow, though. That's the problem.
Yeah. And you know what the thing is, though, is that the video referee will probably say he needs to go for HIA.
Yeah, and put him on report.
Mm-hmm.
Which is probably the first time Jack DeBellin's ever been in trouble.
At least on an NRL field.
That's true.
Damien Leori says that's a penalty all day. I'm with you. That's a, Anyway.
Right, it shouldn't be, but you're right.
Look, fair credit to Grant Atkins. He's let a lot go for both teams in both halves.
Yeah.
So
nothing terrible. People are going to nitpick everything, but no, I'm okay with the refereeing thus far. It's Kyle Flanagan's caught on the 5th. Anyone got a cricket update? Can you put it in the thing, please?
Who cares about the cricket? It's not even a real sport.
Your team says the Englishman.
Yeah.
You guys can't play cricket. Or rugby league or soccer, by the looks of it. Didn't you get flogged by like Tunisia?
Yeah.
I guess winning soccer games ain't for everyone. Mate. Senegal, yeah.
Senegal.
Winning
African Cup champions, mate.
Look, true. But we beat the might of the Uzbeks.
Yeah.
5 for 106. Thank you so much, legends. That's it's good. Need another wicket.
Who's batting? Who's bowling?
South Africa, they're about 120 or 140 behind with 4 wickets in hand or whatever, 5, whatever it was. So I was paying attention, I promise.
Hamlin Awele is back on now for his second stint. So that must
good,
mean Toby's off.
Good job.
And
I'm not going
Colhoun's
to
off as well. Colhoun was massive in his stint.
He was very, very good tonight. As the king goes up. Oh, he's beating the ball.
He doesn't go up.
What? Cronulla will get the ball back here. That's offside.
Cronulla will get the ball back here. And that's a penalty.
Should be. I wouldn't challenge it, though. It doesn't matter.
No.
Brilliant kick.
Just take it.
As we saw T. Wilton beat the king to the ball and knock it back. A bit of
I
scramble.
don't think Gutherson wanted any of that smoke.
No, he didn't.
That's a penalty.
Oh, no,
He ran him onside. Sloan ran him onside. Very smart.
He probably saved a try there.
Yeah, watch this. Sloan ran ahead a little. So
He's probably saved a try because if that hits Brayley, who hits Nico, there's a 2 on or probably 3 on 1, to be honest. So good play from Sloan.
yeah.
But Cronulla, what they need to do here is not go right and get tackled into touch on the first tackle or second tackle. As Braden Trindle very clearly says the word fuck.
Yeah, because he
Go left to Sith. He's welcome.
Well, they had the overlap there, and then the Dragons sent another player out to Sif. So
That's brilliant. You've got to play that. As I've
yeah,
paused.
it's Kafusi. That's a good run.
I paused again, so it's all yours, mate.
Okay, here we are. It's tackle 2. We've spread open side to Nico, who dummies and whoa. Nico's caught about 2 meters out from the line. Tackle 3. Brayley goes open side to McInnes. McInnes dummies and runs. And we got a 6 again for inside the 10 here from the Dragons. So there's 10 minutes to go, and the Sharks have a full set of 6. You can probably put this game to bed here. Hamlin Awele goes across field. Uele. No, I'm joking, Dan. He didn't score.
No, it's all right. I'm back now. Just been tackled.
It's big Kafusi comes in.
6 more again,
Is it?
unless I'm
It
behind
is.
you.
Yeah, I'm behind now.
Snicko loses the ball.
Cool.
It's penalty, I think. Yeah,
Yeah,
penalty.
it is.
You got
Penalty. You got to take the 2 here.
have to take the
Oh.
2.
Nicola just smoked Jack de Bellin.
He's
Yeah,
done
you
what
gotta
the law
take the 2.
couldn't.
Huh?
He's done what the law couldn't and put Jack de Bellin down.
I think Toby Couchman's down, and this is not good news because he's got a history of knee injuries as well.
It's a Dragons challenge. That sucks because I really rate that Couchman kid, and obviously you don't want to see anyone injured. Looks in a bit of pain, but not too bad. I don't know what they're challenging here. Is it the hit before? So he's tackled Cam McInnes off the ball, and that will be declined. That's a stupid challenge, but what the heck? It's worth a crack. I think that's going to be one look. See you later.
What? Yeah. Why did they challenge that? Why did Clemmer even go to challenge that?
Watch this. If he doesn't, and Cam McInnes gets the ball, he pretty much scores a try. He has to put his body in front of him.
This Cam Smith's arguing.
Show it here.
He's running over his decoy and he smacked him off the ball. It's a penalty.
and Cam Smith is saying that that's okay.
Yeah, he says, what's he supposed to do if McInnes has got the ball? He was never getting the ball. It's the short answer.
Yeah. Oh my days! Like this is the thing about people who go into commentary, right? Like Cam Smith will go down as one of the all-time greats. He's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, he is. I think Couchman's here.
It's like I can't stand Origin games. 1, because Queensland are losing, and 2, because Andrew Johns is on there and he just doesn't know what he's talking about.
No, he doesn't. Everyone's a player. Well, that boy's a player.
For a guy who was so fucking good at rugby league, Andrew Johns has got no idea what he's talking about.
No, pretty much. The Brad Fittler, as Nico puts it through, and the Sharks lead by 6. A lot of them. Good players don't always make good commentators. Mate, you and I combined for about 1.5 games of rugby league, and we're the kings of commentary. So,
yeah. Smith and Joey Johns are terrible on comms. Thank you, they are. Look, and I'm not going to get stuck in the blocker because that guy's a walking case for CTE. But you're talking about absolute legends of the game, like Cameron Smith, the greatest player that I've ever seen play the game. Andrew Johns, probably the second or third best player that you've ever seen play the game.
The Dragons
have gone for a short kickoff, and they're going to get the ball back. No, they're not. It's penalty.
Penalty.
Didn't break the plane.
Ah, there you go. That makes sense.
And you can't challenge it.
You wasted your challenge, you dickheads. It's funny, just to have a last go at a commentator. I think Jonathan Thurston's the worst. I don't think he's ever. That definitely broke the plane. That's got to be.
Yeah, that broke the plane massively.
It has to be something else.
He's caught him offside for the kickoff.
Gotcha. I was going to say it was a perfectly timed kick. Yeah, Jonathan Thurston. I swear he doesn't watch the game, and then he goes, "Oh, got to pick a cliche."
Yeah. Thurston's another one. I don't mind Cooper Cronk. Right, I actually think Cooper Cronk's quite good, and Sean Johnson. Oh my God, that guy's a breath of fresh air.
He's great.
But Cooper Cronk, I can't get over the fact that when Cronulla were struggling in 2021 and Sean Johnson was leading the league in try assists, said that Sean Johnson needed to be dropped for Chad Townsend to take over the team, and he would run with Townsend Moylan. And I was just like, fuck, I'll never get over that.
Take away any future immortal. Bradley goes straight through. Too easy. That looked too easy. That's coming back.
Oh, fucking hell. I had money on this idiot last week to score.
It looked too easy. Something was definitely wrong, man.
Challenge it.
Doesn't look like he is.
Oh, McInnes didn't play it properly.
Okay, gotcha. That's why the Dragons didn't try and tackle. Well, there you go. There's your skipper. Making a dumb error where, 7 minutes to go right in front of the sticks when you're trying to get one and put the game to bed. And your skipper, Cam McInnes, does that. Just putting it out there, mate. How does Jesse Colquhoun not start as 13? Seriously, as Britt Nickera makes a good tackle?
Well, he doesn't start as 13 because McInnes is the captain. But, look, Colquhoun was brilliant when he came in. Stuart, you're a couple of minutes in front of us, mate. So, Talakai.
What from Sifa Talakai? I stopped looking at the comments. Sorry, guys. We'll go through everything at full time. Terry, if you got to go, it's fine. I'll handle it. I got no life outside of this, anyways. Great kick from King Tonga. Sione Katoa picks the ball up in a brilliant, and he's going to go past and score by the look of it. Sione.
If Sione Katoa has held that, he is a freak of nature.
It's pretty incredible. And he says to the crowd, how good am I? And after tonight, you can't really argue. Let's have a look here. There's no way. That was a great kick from the kid, too. It looked on.
Oh, my God. If Katoa's held this ball.
Looks like he has.
He's held it. How the fuck has he done that?
That is a huge play from the winger. He had no right to hold on to that. That was a great kick from the Dragons. I thought they were actually in.
He's held it.
Confirm the try, assholes. You see Nickera look up and go, what the flip?
No one can believe that he's done that.
Sione walks it round under the post too. It's worth mentioning. That was good chase from Emre Guler. Try confirm. Brilliant from Sexy Sione, who's probably been our best player tonight.
Yeah, he has. He's definitely been our best players. Our best player.
So that window I was speaking of early, Terry.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Been beautiful for us.
So those that didn't see the jersey flag, it was like 10-6 at halftime, and Cronulla scored like 40 or 36 unanswered points, conceded one or two late, didn't matter. But run in the same way that the Sharks are piling the points on now. The problem is, though, we're going to drop into the Facebook groups after this, and everyone's going to be like, see, you haters, you booed them off at halftime. Boo them off every week.
Yeah.
In the grand final when they're losing 10-8, boo them off. It's the only way to get these pricks awake. And I bet you Fitzgibbon doesn't go in after and say we don't get rugby league. I kind of hope he does, though. That'd be funny.
Yeah, it's
the game's definitely turned. Look, to be honest, the game turned on a couple of Dragons errors, which we knew would come.
The game turned on a couple of Dragons errors, and it turned when Jesse Ramien came back on the field. Let's be honest.
It did. It definitely helped. But the Dragons were the much, much, much better team in the first half, taking nothing away. In the second half, a couple of errors from the younger players. It happens. We've seen it the first half from not so young players. So, I don't know, pretty decent game-ish. Doesn't feel as Cronulla will get the ball back through some luck. Didn't feel like a real derby up to this point, but I'm glad it didn't live up to that because the way both teams came in, this could have been anything.
Game turn when Toby Rudolph came on. Exactly right. 24-0 since that point.
It's a good shout as they go to Fitz. Boo, Fitz.
Boo, you dog.
Yeah, I think without blowing the secrecy of it, I think Katoa and Colquhoun are gonna get some points tonight, Terry.
The guy playing the ball now is going to get some points from me.
Absolutely.
I don't think Colquhoun will because his stint wasn't long enough.
What do you got against him?
I don't have anything against him, but he only played 23 minutes, and that's not enough to get some points. I think my 3 will go definitely to Sione Katoa, 2 to Aden Fanua-Blake, and 1 to Ronaldo.
Well, we'll see. Ronaldo.
Ronaldo has run for 200 metres tonight, and has been absolutely awesome.
No, look, he's been good, but no. He ain't Jesse Colquhoun good, that's for sure. Good shot. I think that's it.
To be fair, Colquhoun off the bench, 108 metres is pretty good.
It's exactly what you want. You want impact.
The game turned when Kafusi went off. That's good.
Yeah, not wrong. Well, they scored that piss weak try through him, so you're not wrong.
Yeah. Well, again, going back to that try though, right? And a lot of people are blaming everybody else for Britt Nickera, and they're saying Nickera was offside. That's why he pulled out. Bruv, give the penalty away.
Yeah, spot on.
And that's what the 6 again's for. Don't play on a what if. There's 6 other guys behind me. They can make the tackle because they didn't make the fucking tackle.
That's true. Now it is almost time. Flana still hasn't beaten the Sharks. Stuart Campbell. Yep, I love that 3-2-1. Kennedy makes a half break. Lunch of the crickets. 1 for 125. In a good spot. Thank you so much, Stegs. You're going to boo the Cowboys before kickoff. Good move. Well, it's worked.
Who said that? Oh,
Sam.
yeah. Sam.
Oh, Trindle turns the ball over. Pretty dumb from Cronulla, but whatever.
Trindle didn't turn the ball over. Cam McInnes threw a shocking pass that didn't need to be thrown. Look, someone's just put Y's AFB back on. Because he's awesome.
He is. It's a vanity move. Katoa to centre. I haven't seen enough of him at centre to make that, but what the hell? Why the fuck not? It couldn't be worse than Ramian. So they said he wasn't facing the goal line when McInnes played it before. Thank you, mate. That's a good shout.
Yeah, he didn't play it properly, yeah.
Gordon Tallis is awful. Yeah, good shout.
Gordon Tallis is disgusting.
Hey, Stegs, can you let us know what that was in reference to? Sorry, mate. The bullshit call. It's gone.
Yeah, that he put that up off the kickoff where the ball.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, what was it? It had to be offside, right?
Had to be offside. Couldn't be anything else.
Can anyone confirm or deny that, please?
Oh, I don't really care.
No, me neither. But Brett's best game. Well, he's been better than he has the last few weeks. Ghastly, absolutely. Dragon's been really shit. Spot on. Yeah, I see you again. OJ. Another dumb offload. Cronulla dive on the ball and we'll finish it off here.
Yeah, Cam McInnes makes up for his mistakes.
This is a good shout. You can blame Kyle for that. Yeah, he's been pretty dire.
Says you can't blame Kyle for tonight.
Oh, I'm gonna. I think you meant the other one, but no. Look. To be honest, Kyle hasn't been bad tonight.
His response to Luke asked the question: is Flanagan going to drop his son?
Gotcha. Here we go.
Yeah, there it is. Will Flanagan drop his son? And Stegs wrote back and said you can't blame Flanagan for this. No, you can't. Yeah, Talakai was big. He was. Sif will finish the game with, where is he? 120 meters. Yeah, that sounds about right. It was massive. Here's a great stat for you. For the second time this year, Adam Fanua-Blake has been beaten for post-contact meters.
What was
by
that? Sorry?
Shark. For the second time this year, Adam Fanua-Blake has been beaten for post-contact meters by a Shark.
Katoa?
Katoa and Ronaldo.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Ronaldo 67 post-contact meters. Oh, sorry. Katoa, Mulatalo and Ramian.
Ah, cool. There you go.
Mulatalo 67, Ramian 65, and Adam Fanua-Blake 61. Jesse Colquhoun 50 post-contact meters off the bench.
That's huge. Absolutely stegs, 2 halves. I think the wind played a fair bit. I just think the Dragons were fucking terrible in the second half, and Cronulla held the ball. Big difference. Look, Josh, next week, mate, I promise. We made it a show too. And he meant no, Dan Spiral treats. Look, I'm not, as I look Flanagan, who also boo. Cronulla went great tonight. I mean, he scored 30 points. You shouldn't really be bagging him, but God, if they play like that against Brisbane.
Yeah, you just got to see what Cronulla get a nice rest now, and the Broncos. I think they have a bye this week, and then they've got players in Origin. So, what were Toby's stats? Thought he was massive here. I'll just bring them up for you now. Off the bench, Toby had 5 runs for 60 meters, 17 post-contact meters.
It's good in a short stint.
Yeah.
Eric, thank you, mate. Much appreciated. Thanks, Dave. It's good fun. Thanks so much for joining in, guys. Even that first half was more fun than it should have been, and it was pretty dire, and it was only the fact we were here. And I wasn't banging my head against the wall, literally, that saved us. But thank you for the comments, too.
Yeah, thank you for everybody who tuned in tonight. We do appreciate it, as we see the boys all getting around Brit and Nickery now. If you are a regular to our show, thank you. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And if you are new around here, please like and subscribe. We also have Wobble and Jaw Sports in the chat. Please go on to the YouTube channels and search for him and make sure you subscribe to his content. Dan and I go on his channel and commentate games with him. We actually commentate games tonight. It was just a bit of a watch along, so you didn't have to put up with Channel 9 commentary. Good fun, everyone. I agree. Sharks and Broncos, guessing which version of both teams will turn up. I don't know if I'll be able to do a watch along next weekend.
Was it Sunday Arvo, yeah?
Oh, no, I'm thinking this. Sorry, my daughters have got their dance concert this weekend. Next weekend, I should be able to do it. So you guys were great. This was fun. Thank you, Jacqueline. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. You see more content from us.
Yeah. Thank you.
Alf, you guys are legends. Better than Roy and HG. Thank you. And to you as well, Alf. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can see more content from Dan and I.
But huge thanks to everyone. I'm not going to bail just yet. I got some comments I've missed. But big shout out to Solzy. Make sure you check out the Raiders podcast he's on. He's a great dude despite the team he supports. Haley, of course. She's good fun. A lot of Paul. A lot of Ghastly. Honestly, everyone in here is fantastic. But
we got called the new blocker in Ennis. I'm definitely Michael Ennis.
Look, that's okay. I'll take blocker. He's a handsome dude. I'll be actually on Wobble and Jaw this coming Wednesday night. Almost got that out correctly. I'll be better on the night for some Origin commentary. So please make sure you check that out. That'll be fun. Big shout out to Luke, who is a great dude. Always has a go.
I am also on Wobble and Jaw Sport tomorrow night with Sam, calling whatever game is being played tomorrow. It's Manly against someone. Newcastle.
That's cool. I'll be tuning in for that because I can't stand Channel 9. Thank you, Jay. Good fun as well. But no, honestly, we haven't mentioned everyone, but everyone's been absolutely great. I think I'll stay on here until Shinazi goes live because I don't want to take his thunder. Anyone who's not on Sharkcast, please check Sharkcast Pod here. He's got a post show. I haven't spoken to him. He was going to come on at half time, but it was so shit that he didn't. So that's why I bumped Solzy for Shinazi. Sorry, Solzy. But that didn't work out.
Sorry. Tomorrow night is Titans versus Manly, not Newcastle. So Luke asked, Terry, thoughts on Queensland 17? How the hell did Horsburgh not make the side, but Liero did? Look, Liero's been in pretty good form. So is Horsburgh as well. I think there's some other players who can consider themselves very lucky to be in that side rather than Corey Horsburgh. I don't know how Ruben Cotter is still starting in this team as well. But yeah, no, if I was the coach, Horse would have been picked definitely. Jay says that the Knights play the Roosters on Saturday. I knew it was one of the teams that Sam doesn't like all that much was playing Manly tomorrow because Sam absolutely hates Manly at the moment. So, yeah, look, I'll be on Wobble and Jaw Sports tomorrow night. Guys, please check it out. I'm going to go to bed though. Dan, you got this covered?
Absolutely, mate. Get out of here. Thanks so much, Terry. Yeah, so what I was saying before, sorry, guys, is that, and I'll see you soon, mate. Hold on, I've just got to do this.
Kick me out of the studio.
Done, mate. Sorry, guys, I've just got to put my ding up on Instagram, and I have to get the timing right. You can play along with me. All right. Sorry, I promise. There we go. Yeah, make sure anyone who wants to do a full, because I don't have the energy, full disclosure, to do a full rundown show, pop over to Sharkcast. I might even jump on that real quick to break down the game. Ishnaz a great friend of the show. Look, I do agree with DC being dropped. I was shocked he was picked, to be totally honest. Ghastly, 100% agreed, mate. There's a lot of improvement to come. Fingers crossed. But and Luke says, ding. If anyone has any final comments, get them in. Otherwise, look, we won. We beat the Dragons. I can't say I'm overly thrilled. The first half was disgusting. The second half, the Dragons just Dragons it up, if I'm being honest. But we'll do a full rundown in a couple of days' time. Sione Katoa was absolutely magnificent. Happy to eat my words on him. Jess Colquhoun, thought Toby Rudolph came back well. And Adam Fanua-Blake, absolutely magnificent again. Will Kennedy, much better second half. I think having the wind helped. I don't think the Dragons made the most of it, although evidently it did pick up around halftime. So perhaps we got lucky, perhaps the luck we needed. But thank you so much, guys, for absolutely everyone. Great shout from Haley. Sam McCulloch, anyone that hasn't seen him play, he's an absolute beast in Jersey Flegg. He and Jesse Colquhoun are the two that I see being huge stars in the future with Feeks Falatili, but more on that on Fins Up. And, mate, papers over the cracks. It absolutely does. But a win's a win. You got to get him in. Tricky did try hard. Blake looked really good. He bookended, had a bit of an patch in the middle, but whatever. You don't want that too much. AFB Colquhoun, Sione Sifa. I think Talakai's got to play centre next week. He's just added so much. I know Katoni will feast on him like he did last time, but I'd rather him than Hiroti or Atkinson, which it looks like. But, guys, thanks again for joining in. It's been a really, really fun night. First half was awful. Second half was a lot of fun. Thanks. Please like, subscribe. Big shout out to Win at Civil Grading. Good mates. Thank you all so much. I'm going to jump across to sorry, I'm going to close that. It's too distracting. I'm going to jump across to Sharkcast Pod now. And from Terry and from myself, I guess Ding and Hal a lot. And thank you so much. We'll see you on Rugby League Outlaws. Fins Up. You can't avoid us. Thanks again, legends.